A false notion of manliness leads boys astray. True manliness is humane. It says, "We who are strong ought to bear the infirmities of the weak." Its work is to protect those who cannot defend themselves, to stand between the tyrant and the slave, the oppressor and his victim.
Masculinity is commonly defined as qualities and attributes regarded as characteristics or social expectations of men. Though depending on who you ask, that term has been shifted and changed over the years. What is true masculinity? What is toxic masculinity? Well, I'm no expert and I can't speak for all men, even though I should, but I will speak for me and my experiences. But before I do that, let me tell you a little bit about Kenshiro.
The sky is falling with the power of love. You are strong, and now it's falling into my open heart.
Kenshiro is the main protagonist of the most influential shonen manga to this day, Fist of the North Star, or Hokuto no Ken if you're a weeb purist. Gross ass.
I've been learning Japanese on Rosetta Stone for like 5 weeks now.
Now, a lot of us know Ken for the memes, his iconic attacks, and of course his over-exaggerated masculinity. But because of that, a lot of people constantly misinterpret who he is and characterize him as a violent beast of a man. But he's far more complex than that. Kenshiro has only killed those when it's truly necessary, or those who have deserved it, such as the various gangs of killers across the wasteland, self-proclaimed leaders and dictators such as his bitch-ass brother Shin, Jaggy, and Rao. He even tries to give them warnings to turn back and stop this before they do any more harm. But, you know.
お前はもう死んでいる。何？
Yeah, Ken's still that nigga at the end of the day. But despite that, he values the lives of the innocent and those who struggle to live through the scorched earth. Which now brings us to his compassion. You see, Kenshiro's style of martial arts is Hokuto Shinken, and he is the 64th successor of this style. However, despite its violent nature being the main focus in the series, Hokuto Shinken can heal others as well, as it was used on a woman named Airi to give her back her vision after blinding herself due to all the awful things she's witnessed after getting kidnapped and sold into slavery. Or, in the beginning of the series, where he gave his friend Lynn her voice back that she was mute due to the trauma of witnessing her entire village getting slaughtered by bandits. What does all this have to say about Kenshiro? Well, to me it shows that he is a compassionate and kind person. This man has dealt with tragedy of losing the love of his life, Yuria, twice, dealing with the great betrayal from his so-called brothers, and has witnessed many tragedies across the wasteland. Another thing to add are the many times Kenshiro has cried, not just for himself, but for others who were affected by the 1990X apocalypse. Kenshiro doesn't view his emotions as a weakness, but as a driving force for why he uses his fist to protect others. Because while others use their strength for personal gain and wealth, he uses his strength and abilities to fight for those who can't fight for themselves and build a better tomorrow, if not for himself, then for those he cares for. Alright, that's enough for the North Star talk. What does this have to do with masculinity exactly? A lot, honestly. You see, as a child, I definitely had a lot of grown folks in my ear telling me what it means to be a man, how a man should act, speak, and all that shit. Most of it really had an effect on me to the point where I would try to bottle up my emotions and never cry in front of others, especially if it were my significant other. I was told that guys don't really care about each other's feelings, which we all know that's a lie. I care about a lot of my homies' feelings. It's like, damn. I have to be everyone's support, but never ask for help because that was shown as a sign of weakness. A lot of men, especially young men, have had their masculinity be questioned or having to make a competition out of it to feel some sort of validation. And y'all don't think that's fucked up? It doesn't help when they come across those try-hard, crusty-ass alpha niggas who are either too old and out of touch to understand modern society, or the young ones who act fucking stupid. Actually, scratch that. Not just stupid, but loud and fucking stupid. Especially you, Don. What happened to you, cuz? You were a cool nigga from Jamaica that did funny storytime bids. You take a long hiatus, and then you come back with this whack ass shit right here.
As a man, whenever you say something like this, you know what the pushback is gonna be. You're blaming the victim. That's where they always try to go. Oh, yeah, you're blaming the victim.
So tiring, bro. Who let these niggas in the cookout?
Yo, what the fuck?
I'm not even gonna talk about the weird motherfuckers that be saying some dumb shit about women and the LGBT community. That's a whole other video in of itself, and I probably won't do it if I'm being honest. Go to Veritas Joe's video for that information, or even Artiste TV's channel for that type of content if you want someone who has a better voice and understanding of the community. Like, hell, Artiste might be my greatest enemy, but even I gotta admit she be spitting sometimes. Except when she's fucking wrong. In all seriousness, to all the young men out there, for the love of all that's right in the world, please take pride in your masculinity by being comfortable with yourself. You're not strong because you hide your emotions. You are strong because you are in touch with them. Show love to your fellow man and don't feel ashamed of being vulnerable with them either. Masculinity isn't just embracing who you are as a man, it means embracing who you are as an individual. I originally worked on this video to talk about Kenshiro and Fist of the North Star, but I wanted to make something special. I want people to know that true masculinity has no binary, and neither does femininity. We should try to embrace both of those aspects within ourselves instead of feeling insecure about them as men, women, or non-binary. I especially wanted to let a lot of men know that we deserve better, and we can be better than just listening to some whack-ass Andrew Tate podcast. Alright, that last part kind of fell flat at the end, but just know the moral is be happy with who you are as a man and as a person. Thanks for watching, and let me know in the comments what you believe is true masculinity. My name is Kang of Big Bro Tunes, and thanks for watching the video.